Hi guys, it's Carolyn from True Crime Chat with Mommy Ramblings. Welcome. We have some new developments in the Gannon Stauch case. Letecia Stauch is now saying in an exclusive interview with CrimeOnline, you know, the Nancy Grace crime magazine, vlog, whatever you want to call it, had an exclusive interview with Letecia. She didn't give any specific details, but what she says is that Al should be in jail for manslaughter and that she went along with a story that he told her to and claimed that he could pull some strings if she didn't snitch. So we're going to look into what she's saying now, her new version of the story, and kind of figured this when we read her letter the other night that she wasn't going for the insanity defense. She is going to show who is, in her mind, responsible for this. And even said, you know, when she gets out, when she's cleared, you know, after this trial, because she's confident, you know, she's not going to be convicted. So let's take a look at what's going on here. And if you're brand new to the channel, please, I welcome you to click on the subscribe button so you can be part of the best community on YouTube. I encourage you, And let's get into this. Okay, so if you've been following this story, you know in one of her versions there was a man, Eduardo. Okay. Well, now she's still staying with the E. She's got a D and a G in there and the AR, so she shortened it to Edgar. Okay, Edgar. Well, we're going to hear about Edgar now, okay? Letecia said that Al is the one that should be in jail and charged with manslaughter in this interview. And you see, Al was in a dispute with this guy, Edgar. And Edgar was a dangerous guy. Let's hear about this. She didn't give the specific details as to why she was saying that Al Stauch, Gannon's father, should be charged with manslaughter, but she said that Al owed Edgar money, and that led to Gannon's disappearance. So you ask yourself, why did she tell that, or those many elaborate tales of what happened? Well, she says she was covering for others while hoping the full truth, that's not sugar-coated, would come out. She said that Al and Edgar got into it because Al owed Edgar money. She said they had the money that should have been paid from the cruise. I quote, Albert made a stupid decision. You know, it just wasn't, you know, a good situation. So, you know, he told me a story to tell the police, you know, and I just didn't know what to say. End quote. Letecia went on to elaborate that Al told her she didn't have a child to lose and that he had many law enforcement and military officials that could assist if she didn't snitch. Letecia explained that she went along with what her husband said because he claimed he would pull some strings to help her out. I quote again, Letecia, where they, the police, messed up is January 27th. He was on a train. You see what I'm saying? I'm thinking that that's their thing, but it's not because they came to my house with hours of body cam. There was nothing. Like, you check my car on the body cams, you take everything. You law enforcement just don't like it. There was no way, you know what I mean. Their time frame, it was all wrong because they couldn't figure it out. Where was he, Gannon? He truly was gone. He was with Edgar. He should be here for manslaughter because it was on January 28th, and that's why the police didn't have anything. Albert came in on the 28th from the airport and was like in a moment of rage. I mean, I could be on the low end and I could say, you know, he should be here for murder, but I'm not. I'm saying that it should be, I guess, manslaughter would be the right thing. End quote. Letecia said she would not reveal Edgar's true identity because he has dangerous affiliations. Now, CrimeOnline could not verify the validity of Letecia's statements. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office said that there is an active gag order on the case, so they cannot confirm or deny if Letecia filed a report with law enforcement. But Al Stauch has never and is not a suspect or a person of interest in this case. He has not been charged with anything in this case. So, I think it's safe to say Letecia is fishing here for something that maybe she feels she'll get a jury to buy. El Paso County officials announced earlier this year that they have numerous pages of discovery that point to Letecia Stauch as being the primary suspect in Gannon's murder. For the first-degree murder charges, prosecutors allege that Letecia unlawfully, feloniously, and knowingly caused the death of Gannon, a child who had not yet attained the age of 12 years old, and the defendant was in a position of trust and respect to the victim. Now, at the March 11th court hearing, prosecutor Michael Allen stated that they had 107 search warrants against Letecia Stauch. Letecia maintained that not only did she not harm Gannon, but her stories to law enforcement were convoluted and inconsistent because she lost track of what her husband wanted her to say. I quote Letecia here, I totally had lost track of what Al Stauch, she's talking about, was telling me to say, and it wasn't even mentally okay. And he just kept saying, I got the TRICARE. I got 16 years in the military. Don't worry about it, And I always lived all the time forgiving him like, come on, I forgive them for multiple affairs. How much emotional abuse I was under with that situation, Since January, Letecia has made wide-ranging and varied explanations to both the media and the police on how Gannon disappeared. According to the affidavit, Letecia also told differing stories to her husband about Gannon's disappearance and even had claims of sexual assaults happening. She told Al Stauch that a man named Eduardo, who she hired to clean carpet in her home, sexually assaulted her before abducting Gannon. She also told Al that a convicted sex offender, Quincy Brown, raped her at a residence before abducting Gannon, and she also added that Quincy Brown stopped her while she was driving, lying down on the street, and once she stopped her car, that Quincy Brown jumped in the vehicle and forced her to drive home where he raped her. She said that Brown abducted Gannon near Highway 105 and County Line Road. After the boy fell off his bike and hit his head, she claimed a man named Terrence was in the car with Brown. Meanwhile, Letecia, who was sent to the Colorado Mental Health Institute at Pueblo earlier this year for a mental competency evaluation, is awaiting a hearing to determine if she is competent enough to stand trial. Well, we know she is because she's concocting this big story now, how to get out of things. And it's kind of ridiculous, but it looks like she's going to go with that now these affairs and these infidelities, which she's probably gotten wind of, and use that and emotional abuse and all that kind of stuff as her defense, and that she just, was following orders and listening to him when he told her to do what he said, kind of thing. And I think that's, what she's going to go with, and in her mind thinks she's going to get off with the jury. And that is that for that update. Thank you for watching. We'll bring you any future updates in this case, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. And again, if you're brand new, I hope you subscribe to us and become part of the greatest community on YouTube. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.